On the flip side, in the off season, I have a program where we will superset chest and back. So we'll superset a barbell bench press and a barbell row as example. But the rest intervals between the two are longer. They're 90 seconds, sometimes 2 minutes. Whereas if we're going into a contest, we might do, say, pec deck, so chest fly on a pec deck machine, and then a reverse fly on a pec deck machine. And we may only rest 30 seconds between the two exercises. So it depends on the individual, depends on the goal, depends on where we are in the training year and what we're trying to accomplish. But yes, I use combinations of supersets all of the time in programming. And I would say, yes, I do that both pre-contest and even in what somebody might recognize as an off season or a building season or a lean mass gain season. Yeah, so the way that I structure programming, Roxanne, good question. So the question is, what happens if you're progressing weekly, whether if this would be off season or even going into a contest? What happens if life happens and you miss a day? I would say then you missed a day. And the way I structure my training and the way that I have conversations with clients is that life is going to happen. The idea that we will be able to control and train at the perfect time and never have life get into the way of a training session is it's not realistic. Like there is nothing perfect in the world. We can pursue perfection, but we have to recognize we'll never attain it. So when I look at structuring training for clients, what I tell them is, let's say you have 5 workouts to be done every 7 days. The days you do them is irrelevant. What matters is you do them within 7 days. And inevitably, some newbie knucklehead will say something like, well, I shouldn't train this many days in a row. Well, I have news for you. Sometimes life will dictate that you have to, and there's no way around it. So just make it work. Now, that can't happen all the time. And sometimes it might take you 9 days to get the 5 workouts in. So be it. As long as that's not happening all the time, it's going to be fine. In regards to lifting heavy, it's going to take more than one missed workout or 2 missed workouts for you to see a decline in strength and performance. Okay. There's some research that suggests it's weeks of no training before you see an appreciable decline in strength and performance in the gym. The current programming that I'm doing myself has its percent of 1 rep max based, and I did just finish my 6th week of training, and I am going to take a few days off, and then I'm going to do a few days of not the regular percent of 1 rep max training, and then my new 1 rep max will be used to calculate my new training poundages. And I will probably have been off of that lift, which is the deadlift, for probably 2 weeks. But yeah, if you only miss a workout or two, you're not going to see a big decline in your strength and performance in the gym. Now, if you take months off, it's going to be a different conversation. If you haven't consistently worked out, you're brand new. Let's say you're 50, like I'm 50. Let's say that you just started working out, you're 2.5 weeks into it, and you take 2 weeks off. When you come back, you're going to be sore again. And it will be like starting over. But for a seasoned, not new to weight training individual, taking and missing a workout or two, I think it's almost going to have a negligible negative impact on strength and performance. Yeah, for sure, Roxanne. That makes sense. That kind of explain it. Life is going to happen. That's when I was in my 20s, I had a different perspective on life happening and what I can and can't control. Today at 50, I have a whole different perspective. I assure everybody that life will happen, and your best of plans will get interrupted, disrupted, and changed by things way outside of your control. And that's okay. And part of the conversation I have with clients is we expect that to happen. And that's why I don't tell clients, this is Friday's workout, this is Thursday's workout, this is Wednesday's, this is Tuesdays, this is Mondays. Because sometimes, like, if I create the Monday workout, you may not be able to do that regularly on a Monday or at all on Mondays. That might have to be the Wednesday workout. So the day of the week that you do the workout doesn't matter. Again, like the way I present it with my clients, the way we discuss it is if there are 5 workouts to be done in 7 days, you figure out what 7 days are most convenient, and that will allow that workout to best complement your lifestyle and just do it those days. And that question comes up a lot, even for in general health, wellness, fitness, weight loss, whatever environments, in conversations. I worked with an entire city fire department one time, and I kept getting that question about, well, what if we miss? What if I miss? What if this? What if? And I said, well, let's look at it this way. If we look at over the course of a year, if you have 300, 320, maybe 330 good days out of 365, you're going to have a great year and probably a far better year than you did last year in regards to health, wellness, weight loss. It's going to be similar for physique competitors. All right. If not, we'll go ahead and wind down. Thanks again, everybody, for being part of today's event. I appreciate it. Oh, wait, did I miss something?